here. Along with it, the Frozen soundtrack. Hey guys, this is Stradling with the Rotoscopers, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Frozen 2-disc Deluxe Edition soundtrack. Holy cow, awesome. You see how thick this is? Look, it's giant. I love it. Disney did not skimp on anything. I'm really grateful that they gave us this full soundtrack that has things that we have rarely seen on a Disney album before. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first off, this is divided into 2 discs, and it has this little trifold, and it's very beautiful. It features the art from the French posters. This is the French poster of Anna, and then right here, this is the French poster of Elsa. Beautiful. I would have loved to have seen these in the United States. I'm glad they're incorporating them here. So this first disc right here, the blue one, this is the main disc that has the songs that ended up in the film and the score. And then this is the bonus disc, and this includes demos and deleted songs and karaoke tracks. Really cool stuff, and I'm glad that they kind of like put it all into one instead of making us buy an additional disc later on or making it a part of this, 10-year collection. They just gave it to us all up front, and yay, I'm really grateful for that. Yay, Disney! So the first disc contains all 9 songs that are in the film. Yes, there are 9, plus the Demi Lovato version of Let It Go. So let's go by track. Okay, so the first one is called Frozen Heart. This is a very tribal sounding song. It's a chorus of men, and it's very like, like definitely has a very strong beat and undertone to it. And the purpose of this song, Frozen Heart, it's just able to introduce us to Kristoff and Sven in the movie, but then we also are introduced a little bit to this frozen heart issue that comes up, and maybe a curse and these powers, and it introduces us to some of the themes in the movie. Honestly, this isn't one of my favorite songs. I kind of skip over it when I'm listening to this in my car. I start with number 2, and number 2 is Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Oh my gosh, this song is so Disney. It typifies everything that Disney musicals are about, something that's quirky, a little different. It features young Anna, young Elsa as they kind of grow up, mostly Anna. And Anna is asking Elsa, do you want to build a snowman? Like, let's be friends. Like, why aren't we friends anymore? And it's so sweet. Like, when I hear this song, I kind of get a little choked up in the side. It's so sad. Especially when Kristen Bell sings at the end. And I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the movies, but really sad, her lyrics and her lines, how these sisters are just completely separated. So this is a great way that they introduce this separation through the door in song. The third song is called For the First Time in Forever, and I love this song. This is Kristen Bell. This song is very Renaissance Disney classic. It's the heroine singing about what she wants and how excited she is. Okay, I love this song, except for there are a few lyrics that I'm not a fan of. One particularly says, I don't know if I'm elated or gassy, but I'm somewhere in that zone. Just cringe whenever I hear that. I don't know. I know she's supposed to be like a super quirky, awkward princess and says the wrong things at the wrong time. I don't know. I just feel that this song could have been so classic that just by adding that, it just like brought it down a little bit. And I try to pretend that that lyric doesn't exist. And with this, it kind of melds into a duet with Elsa, and we start feeling Elsa's turmoil and angst about opening the gates, and then it's just very Broadway when she's like, tell the guards to open the gates. I like it a lot. So then we curtail into a song called Love's an Open Door, and this is sung by Anna and Hans after they meet. Okay, this is the one part where I actually liked more of the contemporary lyrics. Like, I love the line where they're like, it's strange that we finish each other's sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say. I love that. It's like, that was the right thing to put in. Maybe because it didn't involve like bodily functions that I was like okay with it. It was like, oh, that's cute. Sandwiches instead of sentences. I love it. The song is just a little too short for me. I would have loved another verse to kind of get a little bit more Anna-Hans interaction, but it served its purpose, and it ends very awesomely. That's all I gotta say. Now, after that is the pinnacle of this soundtrack. Idina Menzel as Elsa singing Let It Go. Very Broadway. I mean, I still get a Defying Gravity vibe from this. Very much similarities between Elphaba and Elsa. I like Idina Menzel. I love this performance. I feel maybe just a little bit she might be too strong of a voice for Elsa. Elsa's like just really petite. But then again, I think of Kristen Chenoweth, and Kristen Chenoweth is super petite. She has this huge voice. So whatever, the song is awesome. It's even better in the movie. This better win the Oscar because it's incredible. Now those first songs were all kind of within the first 30 minutes, and holy cow, it's like one song after another, and it's awesome. And then we sort of go into like more interspace songs, more random songs, I guess. So the next one is Reindeer Are Better Than People, and this is just sort of like a laid-back guitar lullaby that Kristoff sings to Sven. And it's one way that we get to see Sven talk, which I thought was kind of a clever way to do that and to not make it so he's talking. At first I wasn't really a big fan of the song, but the more I listen to it, I actually kind of like it. It's good. It's really cute. Next is In Summer. In Summer. In Summer is very short. It's less than 2 minutes. It's sung by Olaf. And holy cow, Olaf, you got a set of pipes. Who knew, right? Little teeny snowman just has all this music to share. And he's talking about how he can't wait for summer to come because he knows that he's going to be perfectly tanned and he's going to do what snow does in heat. And it's really kind of ironic because everything he's singing about, we know what actually happens and it's not what he thinks is actually going to happen. In the movie, I did not like this song. I felt it just stopped the plot. It was like, boom! Plot over, we're singing this random song. Okay, now we're going back to the plot. But alone, I like this song. It's fun, it's Disney. I have no problems with it. The next song is For the First Time in Forever Reprise. This is with Anna and Elsa talking to each other, and it starts off with them talking, and then singing talking, and then full-on singing, and I love it. Perfect way for them to have that interchange of dialogue, very Broadway, Les Mis, not something we're used to in a Disney film, and I liked them bringing that tune and that melody back, because both sisters sing in the original version, and they both have their issues, and they still sort of have their differing points of view in this song. It's really short, but it's perfect. The next one is Fixer Upper. This is song number 9, and this is the last song on the film. I didn't like this in the movie. I wasn't a fan. Chelsea loves this song. She says it's very Broadway, it's ironic in a way. I don't know, I really like the song on its own. It's fun, it's cute, it has a beat, and I like to sing along, and I just love how fast it is. I just didn't really like it in the film. And I like how they switch from Kristoff being a fixer-upper to Anna is actually a fixer-upper, so I thought that little transition was fun. Alright, the last song is Demi Lovato's version of Let It Go. Sometimes I like this version more than Adina's, and I know that's like heresy to say that. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. This is much more poppy, it has different lyrics, so sometimes I like this and sometimes I like Adina's. Both are good. So we're still on disc 1, holy cow. Now we're going into the soundtrack. Now it starts with sort of a choir with a very Norwegian sounding, I can't even say this word, but I love that song. There was a leaked version of this song that actually had more of a Christian hymn involved in it, and it was really cool. But that got cut, so now it's just sort of like the choir, the chanting, and I love that. And then the rest of the soundtrack is just the various cues during different moments of the plot, and it's very traditional, very classical orchestra, and those undertones of like the tribal native elements of Norway and Scandinavia are gone, and we don't see those interwoven. And there also aren't very many moments where the song melodies are woven in as well. Like some soundtracks, like there's Elsa's theme, and then whenever she's around, it's sort of like this variation of Elsa's theme, and then Anna's theme. I didn't really feel that. I actually thought that the majority of the soundtrack score wasn't that interesting to listen to on its own. There just weren't any recognizable melodies yet that I could hum and sing along with this. Like I feel like the Little Mermaid soundtrack, every part of the musical score is like recognizable and iconic in itself. And I just didn't feel that with this. They just felt very traditional, standard, run-of-the-mill, with a few high notes here and there. Stone me, but that's how I feel. I'm an orc dork, so I like music a lot. Play the violin. All I listen to is the classical station and Disney. I think that's it. So that's just my opinion. Let's move on to disc 2. Now there really isn't that much to talk about this as the first disc. There are only 2 demos. These are sung by Kristen and Anderson Lopez. We get For the First Time in Forever and Love is an Open Door. I would have liked to have seen a Let It Go demo. That would have been really fantastic. Actually, I would have liked to have seen For Every Song. I thought that would have been really nice. There actually are a lot of outtakes, so here's the list of them. We Know Better, Spring Pageant, More Than Just the Spare, You're You, Life's Too Short Reprise, and Reindeer Remix. Really, really cool. One that I thought was interesting was the Spring Pageant. This was a way to introduce the folklore and sort of the story in one version of the movie. It didn't end up making it. It wasn't like in love with that outtake. I thought the movie would have been weird if it had this like pageant in it, but that's because I'm used to the movie as it is now. I really liked Use You and More Than Just the Spare. I mean, these could have been Disney classics in themselves, so I like those songs. I liked hearing where the score was, what got cut, whatever. Okay, so for more of the score demos, they had a song called The Ballad of Olaf and Sven, and this was actually the music that was put into the teaser trailer that had Olaf and Sven. So that was cool. I mean, that scene and music was created just for that trailer. And that was cool that they brought that in, so we got to have that with us always. Yay! Okay, then there's a bunch of score demos, which are really nice and fun to listen to. And then there's only one karaoke song. It's the Demi Lovato version of Let It Go. I would have liked karaoke versions of every song, but there's 59 tracks on this. I mean, they would have had to have a third disc if they wanted to give us everything. Wow, so much. 59 tracks. 59 tracks. Do you know how many 59 tracks is? I don't think we've ever had any other Disney soundtrack this big. Just whoa. All in all, I would give this 4.5 stars. Now, I want to give it 5 because they did such a phenomenal, fantastic effort putting this together. But my heart just says 4.5 stars, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, what did you think of the Frozen 2-disc deluxe soundtrack? Did you like it? Did you think there were some songs that they should have put in, should have left out? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Rotoscopers YouTube channel. This is where we put all of our reviews. You don't know what we're going to put up next. For example, this was the first time we ever did music, and I love it. I'm sad that Chelsea wasn't here, but so we're going to get Chelsea to do more of these because she's the music expert and craziness, and I love her, and you'll love her too. So definitely subscribe for all this Disney Pixar animation fun, because we always have new stuff coming up. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Morgan, and this is the